You might be interested to know that Steve Cope prevented us from getting the Cynotrone.
It's too bad he didn't prevent you from getting away, madam.
Your comment is so harsh, Dr. Curry. Can't we be more friendly?
Friendly? After what you've done, I'd sooner die.
I'd be glad to oblige you. Take her away.
The Black Widow, mysterious murder, has again struck a terroristic blow. The latest victim in this series of outrageous murders is Dr. Ann Curry, noted physicist.
And so they killed Dr. Curry.
Same old story. The only difference is the victim's name. And Steve still hasn't got a single clue that could be used to run down...
That's not quite right, Walker. There's some interesting fingerprints under that cellophane. And that's Dr. Curry's handbag she left at Weston's. But the Dr. Curry we saw there wasn't the real Dr. Curry.
Now, don't tell me. Let me guess. I know. With the Black Widow.
That's right.
This is nothing to kid about, Steve.
I was never more serious in my life. There are two distinct sets of fingerprints isolated on that bag. Dr. Curry's and one other. Now, the other can only belong to the impersonator of Dr. Curry.
I may be thick, but I still don't see how that solves anything.
I examined Dr. Curry's body at the morgue and found some scratches on the nail polish of the left hand. On the right was a sharp-pointed ring turned into the palm.
What could that mean?
A message, perhaps.
And?
I took some photos.
Come in.
Your enlargements, Mr. Cole. Thank you. Here they are. You see the letters M-Y-S-T?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And do you see the particles of polish stuck to the ring?
No doubt. Dr. Curry was trying to convey some sort of message.
What could it mean?
It's only part of a word. M-Y-S-T. Mysterious, mystify.
Now, if you only had a crystal ball, you might be...
Wait a minute. You've got something there. Crystal ball. Mystic. Get it? Dr. Curry was trying to tell us that the Black Widow was a mystic or fortune teller.
Sounds logical.
Now, if we can find a fortune teller's fingerprints that match the unidentified set on this bag, we've got the Black Widow.
That's a big chunk of work. There's at least 100 of them in the city.
Well, we'll take care of that. Now, listen, Joyce. Have 100 glossy prints run off of this immediately. In the meantime, I'll get a list of fortune tellers, and then we can...
Yes, Blinky.
Steve Colt's on his way up.
Alone?
Yes.
Stand by.
Think he's wise?
I'm supposed to be a fortune teller, not a mind reader.
Good afternoon.
It's nice to see you again, Mr. Colt.
Thank you. You remember me, huh?
I never forget a face. He was Stephen Colt, creator of that brilliant fictional detective, Rodman Crane.
That's right. But at the moment, I can use your help.
Collaborate?
In a way. You see, my latest yarn involves a palm reading clue, and I want some expert advice.
You know this person?
Yes?
Then you can check my reading. Very clever. This palm indicates a woman. Strong character. Perhaps a teacher or some professional.
Pretty good so far.
This line indicates successful achievement. The lifeline suggests a ripe old age.
You've helped me greatly.
Oh, no. But perhaps you can send me an autographed copy of the book.
Will be a pleasure. And I won't forget to inscribe it to Madame Sombra. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Blinky, Colt just left here. Watch him.
Okay. Girl from the Clarions here. She's meeting Colt.
Get close. Turn up the volume.
I thought I'd catch up with you here. I'm all through my list.
Good. I've only got a few left. Suppose you get the expert started on all we have.
Trying to ditch me?
Wrong again, Featherbrain. I want you to help me check the results against Dr. Curry's handbag.
My apologies, Sherlock. Where do we meet?
Walker's office tonight.
See you there.
All right.
So that was his game. To get my fingerprints on that photo.
What for?
To check against the fingerprints on Dr. Curry's handbag.
Which is evidence enough to swear out a warrant for your arrest.
If it isn't destroyed, you will get Hodges immediately. And tonight, while they're at the Clarion office, here is what you have to do.
I'm all set.
So am I. Now start calling off the fingerprint data from those photos, and I'll check them against this print from Dr. Curry's handbag.
And what a story on the Black Widow if we find a set that matches.
Right, Dr. Watson. Go ahead.
Arch 1, loop 2, whirl 1.
Next.
Composite 3, arch 3, whirl 2, loop 2.
Hold it. We'll check that one.
Get him up.
I'll take that.
Ward destroyed the fingerprints and got away with Dr. Curry's handbag, he left us with no further clue to the Black Widow gang. All we know is that the leader is definitely a foreigner, presumably an Asiatic, certainly a woman.
An ingenuous woman, as deadly as the name implies. The government wants me to continue my work on the cyanotrone and rocket motor.
But not in your laboratory, Mr. Weston.
Because of security?
That's right. The Black Widow wants your motor and cyanotrone, and she'll try to get them as soon as she can.
Can you suggest a place?
Yes, a good one. And you can stay there till your work's completed. After all, Weston, the Black Widow can't move against you if she can't find you.
Have you located Weston yet?
No luck. He's completely disappeared. There's been no trace of him anywhere for the past 3 days. His laboratory's closed up tighter than a drum. Can't see how Weston got by the men.
Are your men watching Colt?
Yes.
He must be forced to lead us to Weston.
But how, madam?
Here is the plan you will follow. Go to the front entrance of
My deal. Got openers?
Yeah. 5.
21.
3.
You opened.
Make it 10.
I'll call.
2 pair.
Not good enough. 3 of a kind. Your deal. Hello? This is Ward. You found Weston? Where? Sure. Right away. What about the girl? Okay, I'll take care of her after I've worked Weston over. Yeah. Goodbye. They found Weston so we don't have to make the girl talk. Now you watch her while I get some of the men and grab Weston.
Right.
I heard Ward say they'd found Weston, and then Ward left, and I slipped out the window and got away. Well, aren't you going to do something? Ward might kill him.
Now, calm down. You know, you're liable to blow a fuse.
Calm down with Weston's life in danger, and if you don't do something quick, the Black Widow will get the
Now,
rocket.
wait a minute. If you could only think as fast as you can talk.
Listen, Steve Colt, I've heard about
Now,
his...
don't get excited. Suppose you listen to me for a change. Drop that gun. I didn't fall for that phony escape, Ward, and besides, I knew no one could find Weston. Now I'm going to take you to the police, and you're going to tell us who the Black Widow is and where she is.
Pretty sure of yourself, eh, Colt?
No, but I happen to hold the whip hand. Start walking. That Ward packs, I mean Wallop.
It was your idea.
That fast backhand wasn't. Move over.
What is this thing?
It's a receiver that picks up an oscillation tone signal.
It works.
Well, naturally. And the oscillator I planted in that other car will lead us to wherever Ward drives. And it's my guess it'll be to the Black Widow.
Make sure there are a few barrels of linseed oil and paint mixed in with the others in case someone wants to inspect the contents.
Yes, Madam Songbird.
We have to have this rocket fuel ready for shipment tomorrow.
Colt didn't fall for the gag. He tried to grab me.
You wait here. There might be trouble.
And Miss Story, not this girl.
I guess there's no use arguing with you.
Steve Colt! What are you doing? Stop! Steve Colt, you come back here!
And so I grabbed his car and left him there to hike back to town.
And we still don't know where Weston's hiding.
And what's more, you won't. Move over and face the wall. You too.
Mr. Colt would not shoot a woman. I regret it is necessary to kill you, Mr. Colt. Now, Mr. Colt, you can face the wall. Now, Ward.
This is a pleasure.
Look out, Ward! Colt dead, we've cut off our only link to Weston's secret laboratory. And Atomu's whole plan for world conquest lies in our securing Weston's atomic rocket.
Madam need not regret the untimely death of Mr. Colt. Both he and Miss Winters are alive.
Stephen Colt narrowly escapes death.
That's too bad.
Trapped in the explosion of a burning warehouse, the celebrated author and criminologist lies in Mercy Hospital, suffering from a severe concussion and possible internal injuries. Joyce Winters, Clarion reporter who was with Colt, escaped unhurt and was able to summon aid. This is our chance to make him prisoner and force him to lead us to Weston's hiding place. Tomu, my father, go quickly.
Wait a minute. Why must the doctor and I take orders and risk our necks for someone we've never even seen?
Come on, Ward.
No, wait till I've had my say. You tell me there's a supreme master who lives on the other side of the world and can be brought here in a few seconds by some sort of super scientific Rube Goldberg contraption.
You doubt the existence of my father.
When my neck's at stake, I believe only what I see.
Perhaps you're right. Watch closely. Welcome to our council, Father. Gentlemen, this is your supreme leader, Tomu.
Pleased to meet you. Ward's my name.
I'm aware of your identity, and I'm disappointed in the results you have achieved. There are delays. The fate of my world empire hangs in the balance.
They have done everything possible to carry out your plans. But as you know, Stephen Colt has proved to be an unexpectedly dangerous enemy. He has the instinct and tenacity of a bloodhound in picking up and following a trail.
If their work were done well, there would be no trail to follow. Colt is only human.
But with the superhuman ability to anticipate my moves and plan a counterattack.
You make him sound improbable.
He is improbable. Let me review the facts. The project for securing the rocket fuel required that Ruth Dayton, Weston's secretary, be taken prisoner, and that I disguise myself.
Scream all you want to now. No one will hear you.
Who are you? What is this place?
As far as Mr. Weston is concerned, I'm his secretary, Ruth Dayton.
You mean that you hope to impersonate me? But that's preposterous. In spite of your disguise, your voice alone would betray you. That's preposterous. In spite of your disguise, your voice alone would betray you.
Bring her in here, Ward. I need her clothes.
Ruth, no bad news from your aunt, I hope.
Oh, no. She gave me some valuables to take care of. I wonder if I could keep them in your safe.
Why, yes, of course, my dear.
Thank you.
Get your hands up, Weston.
Ruth, what's the meaning of this?
We need your rocket fuel formula. Get over there.
Then I heard a knock at the door. I found Stephen Colt there, and again my disguise was accepted. I had persuaded him that Weston was away, until Weston succeeded in giving the alarm.
Stop that girl. She's got the formula for my rocket fuel.
But you escaped. This super detective is not infallible. He couldn't even prevent you from getting the formula.
Only because our plan was well laid, and my men letter perfect in its execution. Ward picked me up in his car. Ward, better radio Slade. He's gaining on us.
Ward calling Slade. Ward calling Slade. Ward calling Slade. Ward calling Slade.
Come in, Ward.
We're getting close to your corner. Take care of the guy that's following us.
I got it.
And yet, Colt lived through that.
He not only lived, but 2 days later, when Mills and I went to the chemical warehouse...
Mr. Weston gave strict orders that I wasn't to let any of that acid out without his written permission.
Yeah, sure. I got it.
Revived and called the police. Mills and I escaped just before they arrived.
Perhaps you have done well. Up to the limit of your capabilities. But more subtle means are needed to destroy Mr. Colt.
But, Father, we need Colt alive to find Weston.
No. The man is far too dangerous to risk his recovery. Now, while he lies in the hospital, helpless, now he must meet the fate of the other victims of the Black Widow.
How is he, Doctor?
Doing as well as could be expected. He needs rest and absolute quiet.
Miss McIntyre wanted in the diet kitchen. Miss McIntyre wanted in the diet kitchen.
My call, Dr. Harcourt. I'll be right back.
All right, Mike, don't hurry. All right, Miss Winters. Face will do quite well if left alone for a while. All right, Miss Winters. The face will do quite well if left alone for a while. Well, your plan worked, but who is she?
I've seen this woman before, and I have a hunch she's the Black Widow.
I don't know what he's talking about.
And that's her stinger.
Steve, you should take chances.
Have that analyzed while we take her down and have her booked.
What the well-dressed man is wearing this season, according to Esquire.
Your hat and coat's in my office, Mr. Cole.
Thank you, Doctor.
Hello, is this the Clarion? Give me the city desk, please.
How many times must I tell you? I'm Mary Arnold, trained nurse.
All the papers seem to bear out.
Well, that may be. But I'm convinced I've seen this woman before in a fortune-telling establishment. Besides, her credentials could be forged, couldn't they?
Granted. But I'd have to have positive proof that she's the Black Widow before I could ask the grand jury to indict her.
Well, I'll need time to get that.
Well, we can hold her without bail for attempting to murder you. How long will it take to get the proof?
Long enough to check on all the fortune-tellers in town?
Ah, Colt, it's all very well and good for your storybook detectives to consult fortune-tellers for their clues. We don't do these things in real life.
Maybe I'd better explain. My investigations have led me to believe that the Black Widow's using a fortune-telling setup as a front. Now, by checking on all the fortune-tellers immediately, we can find the one that's missing or unaccounted for. When we find that, I'm sure this lady will fit into the picture. After all, Mark, she can't be in two places at the same time.
There must be 100 fortune-tellers in the city.
There are, but Miss Winters and I have a complete list, and we'll start checking immediately. I'll notify you when we find the right place.
Right. That's all we can do here.
If you want anything, just ring for the bellhop.
Jaffa. Sombra calling Jaffa. Answer, Jaffa.
Go ahead, Madam Sombra.
I'm in the Lincoln Street jail. Tell Bradley, my lawyer, to come here at once. He knows what to do. Meanwhile, Stephen Colt's checking on all the fortune tellers in the city. Be prepared.
I understand. What'd I tell you?
Now I've seen everything.
Here's your card. Send 2 bits and get your picture. Steve Cole's coming up with the newspaper gal.
Very well, I'm all ready for them.
I'm glad to see you again. What brings you here, Mr. Colt?
Why, just a routine checkup for the district attorney's office. May I see your license to operate?
Certainly.
Thank you. I'm sorry to have bothered you.
He fell for it.
And why not?
Thank you, Trixie. You did very well.
It was a pleasure. Call me anytime you've got a cinch job like that.
But surely, Mr. Bradley, something can be done.
They're holding you on a charge of attempted murder. And it's my advice that you throw yourself on the mercy of the court when you come to trial.
Time's up, Counselor.
All right. I was just leaving. Oh, perhaps you'd like to read this.
I'll have to examine it first. That Dick Tracy kills me. Okay, sister, it's all yours.
Goodbye, Miss Arnold.
Goodbye, Mr. Bradley.
Really got me. I never saw two people look so much alike as that fortune teller and the girl we've got in jail.
It's amazing. As Ethel Barrymore once said, it's all there is. There isn't any more.
We interrupt this broadcast with a special news bulletin. Mary Arnold, suspected leader of the Black Widow gang, was found dead in her cell from heart failure. Stay tuned to this station for further developments.
Where are you going?
To the Lincoln Street jail.
All I know is what the doctor said. She died of heart failure, so they took her to the morgue.
Where'd this come from?
The girl's lawyer brought it to her. There wasn't anything in it. I looked through it before I let her have it.
Was this torn out before you gave it to her?
Why, no. Well, that paper wasn't torn.
If what I suspect is true, she merely drugged herself to simulate heart failure.
Where are you going?
To the morgue. What happened to you?
Two men beat me up. They stole the body of Mary Arnold. They got away on the morgue wagon. They went down there.
Get help for this man.
We're being followed.
Tell Smith to speed it up.
Hey, Smith, speed it up.
Push this out in his path.
Stolen from morgue. No clue to mystery theft. Another strange chapter was written into the Black Widow mystery early yesterday afternoon. The woman held by the police as the Black Widow collapsed in her cell and was pronounced dead. It's quite a yarn. What do you think of it?
It's hard to say, but I'm not convinced the Black Widow's dead.
What do you mean?
Is it possible for a person to take a drug that would make him appear dead for any length of time? You know, no pulse or heart action?
Yes, there are a few rare cataleptic drugs that would do that. Why?
These pieces of paper came from a drinking cup I took from the Black Widow's cell. They were slipped to her by a Confederate.
Strange odor. That could contain a drug.
Exactly. If we could analyze that paper, we might confirm my suspicions.
What are we waiting for? This is it. Carbovinicol, a rare drug used in experimental medicine to induce a cataleptic state, developed by Dr. Z.V. Jaffa in 1942.
That cinches it. The Black Widow's still alive. This Dr. Jaffa, do you know anything about him?
Yes, he was a brilliant organic chemist. During the war, he was convicted of illegal sale of hypnotic drugs. While awaiting an appeal in the federal jail, he died suddenly of a heart attack.
Heart attack. Heart failure. Strange coincidence. It's just a hunch, but I'm going to check with the authorities on this Jaffa character. See you later.
Good luck.
All right, Sherlock. So you've got a lead to someone who might know something about a Dr. Joshua that Weston told you about.
The name is Jaffa.
That's what I said.
Well, anyway, he was a cellmate of a man named Fillmore Hagen, who now owns the Classic Bookshop.
Good afternoon. May I help you?
Are you Mr. Hagen?
Yes.
This is Miss Winters of the Clarion.
Well, how do you do?
How do you do?
I'm Stephen Colt.
The writer?
That's right.
Oh, I read many of your books, Mr. Colt. And pretty good. Thanks. Were you looking for something special?
Yes, some confidential information. I'm doing some investigating on a Dr. Jaffa. He was your roommate for a while. You remember he died of heart attack?
Yes, I remember. But there isn't much I can tell you. You see, I never saw him before or after my detention.
It's my belief that Dr. Jaffa's still alive, and I think I can prove it with your help.
My help?
It's very simple. All you have to do is put an ad in the personal column.
Oh, gladly. But saying what?
Take this down for him, Joyce. To ZVJ, amazing prison disclosure, secret of living death manuscript for sale. Write Hagen, Classic Bookshop.
But I don't understand.
Merely a device that may smoke out Dr. Jaffa.
Oh, I see.
Put it in all the local papers and call me if an answer comes through.
Surely.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hagen calling Jaffa. Hagen calling Jaffa. Hagen calling Jaffa.
Jaffa speaking. Go ahead.
Steve Colt was just here.
Colt? What did he want?
He suspects you're alive. He wants me to put an ad in the papers to see whether you will bite.
Hagen, I want you to come over here at once.
Okay.
Sambra, that mug Colt has got to be rubbed out.
You put it so crudely.
But quite clearly, it's our lives or his. Steve Colt is the one person standing in the way of our getting the atomic rocket.
And like you said, without it, Hitomo can't work out his plans to become #1 man of the world.
An astute observation, Ward. But before we can take action, everything must first be arranged with Hagen.
Afternoon, Colt.
Hello, Hagen.
Miss Winter?
Pretty quick answer.
Yes, I have it here at my desk. And only 2 days after I placed the ad.
Understands your offer and will be pleased to talk business with you. 34 Chestnut Lane today at 3. ZVJ. That's Jaffa, all right.
Oh, it worked.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'll let you know how it comes out.
Fine.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hagen calling Jaffa. Hagen calling Jaffa.
Jaffa talking. Go ahead.
Colt and the girl are on their way.
Good work, Hagen. I'll tell Zambra.
Sorry to bother you, but Miss Winters picked up the wrong book. Oh. Well, here it is. This book might interest you.
Hagen calling Jaffa. Hagen calling Jaffa.
I don't understand.
Take him down to headquarters.
Hey, wait for me. Say, what made you suspect that guy?
You remember the first time I talked to him, he said he never saw Jaffa before or after he got out of jail?
So?
How could he see him after he got out if he supposedly died in jail?
Now, why didn't I think of that?
You'll get your chance. Right now, we've got a date at 34 Chestnut Lane.
Ready for the test.
Ring back.
It works. I'll set it now and warn you when Colt gets here.
I'll case the house first. You keep your bright eyes open back here. If it looks like there might be trouble, just blow the horn.
All right, but I don't like it. Good luck.
Ward calling. Come in. Come in. Ward calling.
Go ahead.
Stand by. Colt's about to go in.
All right, mister, get out. And get him up.
It's Colt's girlfriend. Everything's okay. Stand by. Okay. He's in the house. You got here just in time to see your boyfriend blown all over the countryside.
It's Colt's girlfriend. Everything's okay. Stand by. Okay. He's in the house. You got here just in time to see your boyfriend blown all over the countryside. Sombra. Ward calling.
What is it, Ward?
Colt got away. That newspaper girl tipped him off. I got her, though. She's with me here in the car.
Bring it to me.
Right.
Quickly, Jaffa. Get me the wig and mask of Joyce Winters.
I'll take her. Drive your car around to the front. Sombra will use it.
Right.
Your reaction is gratifying, Miss Winters. It is necessary for me to assume your personality. You have Mr. Colt's confidence.
You underestimate Steve Colt. You can't fool him.
No, you shall see. That's a very pretty suit you're wearing, Miss Winters. It won't take me a minute to slip it on. Bring her here, Jaffa.
She was wearing a gray striped dress and carried a black bag.
Well, I didn't know you noticed.
Joyce! Never mind, here she is now. Am I glad to see you?
I'm not exactly crying either. Here's one for your next book, Sherlock. You know how Ward got away?
No.
He changed the color of his car.
He what? No fooling.
How could he?
Don't ask me, I'm just a reporter. When I blew the horn to warn you, Ward hit me on the back of the head. But hard. When I came to, I was lying in the back seat and he was driving down the road like mad. I played possum and Ward pulled a couple gadgets on the dashboard. Presto. It was a car of a different color.
You sure that blow Ward handed you was...
Now, Joyce, we have to stick to...
I know it sounds fantastic, but that's it. You breezed by after Ward had turned his car around. He leisurely headed back toward town. And then I still played possum, and Ward drove on a ways, and just as we got into town, bang, a blow-up. Ward made a few choice remarks, and when he got out to fix the tire, I simply drove off.
Flat tire and all?
You guessed it. Car's parked outside now. I thought you might want to see it.
Nicely understated. Coming, Walker?
I can't. Give me a city desk.
Sort of a chalk-like substance, mighty clever.
All Ward did was to pull this to make the car change color. And this worked the radio when he talked to the Black Widow, and she told
Wait a
him...
minute. You mean he talked to the Black Widow over the radio?
Why, yes. He told her you got away.
She answered, of course.
Of course. She told him to come on in, wherever that is, and to bring me along.
Maybe we've got something here. Turn that thing on.
There it is. But I can't understand where Ward is. The Black Widow told him to bring the girl here, and I need him.
What's up? Can I handle it?
Well, you'll have to. Where are you now?
On Butler Street, near the park.
I see. We strike at Weston within the hour.
Do you know where he is?
We'll find him. We have a detector, an electrical device sensitive to plutonium. It'll lead us to Weston. Get your men together and stand by.
Right.
That's silly. There can't be such a detector.
Only there is, and obviously the Black Widow's gotten one and is ready to use it. Weston and his rocket will have to be moved out of danger.
But if the thing really works, how can you hide the rocket?
By moving Weston and his rocket to a government arsenal where they won't be able to touch him. And that's where the Black Widow will have to look for him. See you later.
Wait for me. I'm going too. You're not leaving me this time, Steve Coles, after what I've been through. I wondered where you'd hid Weston.
Well, you'll soon know.
We're turning right on Maine. It's like a treasure hunt. Munzie Rental Service. Weston's not here.
I know it. I'm going to pick up a truck. We'll need it to move the rocket.
You heard, Jaffa.
Yes, Madam Zamba. The fact that he needs a truck may well mean the rocket is completed.
Wilton Boulevard. Well, we're headed for the country.
Right.
Why, Steve, this is the old Blue Jay mine.
Why, sure.
No wonder the Black Widow couldn't find him.
Pretty good idea, huh?
You know where the Blue Jay mine is?
Sure, I could get there blindfolded.
Good. Then you know what to do.
Right.
Oh, Steve, Joy.
Hello, Dr. Weston.
Well, I didn't expect you until tomorrow.
Well, I'll explain later, but we have to move the rocket now. Is it ready to go?
All except the tail assembly. It isn't packed yet.
Well, hurry with it. I'll load the truck while you're finishing. Well, that's all of it.
What about the gyro motor? We haven't loaded that yet.
Weston will bring that. That's one thing he insists on moving himself, and I don't blame him. The rocket's no good without it.
I'll be glad to get out of here.
It has been rather confining.
You'll get used to it.
Tie him up.
I'll be glad to get out of here.
It has been rather confining.
You'll get used to it.
Tie him up.
Worked perfectly. I'm indebted to you, Miss Winters. Without the use of your personality, we wouldn't have possession of Mr. Weston's atomic rocket.
Steve Colt doesn't quit. He'll get the rocket back and you and your gang along with it.
I doubt it. Within a few hours, neither we nor the rocket will be in this country. Soon your people will see many atomic rockets hurled at every part of the world, until those who dare oppose the will of my father Hitomu either surrender to his rule or die.
Keep your eyes open, sister. You're now going to see the next #1 guy of the world.
So the most difficult phase has been completed successfully.
Yes, illustrious father. I have arranged to fly the atomic rocket across the ocean by plane this afternoon.
Good. All parts are in perfect condition.
Why, I assume that...
Nothing must be assumed. Bring the rocket here. It must be checked before it is delivered to my laboratories. I shall wait.
There's no question about it. It was the Black Widow.
And Joyce must be the Black Widow's prisoner.
Yes, if she's still alive. Weston was pretty badly shaken up at first. Thought Joyce had sold him out.
The Black Widow's clever. She had me fooled. That gag about Ward's car.
What did you say?
Ward's car.
That's it. We've got it, man.
What do you mean?
Ward's car. There's a two-way radio in that car tuned to the same wavelength as the radio at the Black Widow's hideout.
I know, but...
We'll try to spot that hideout through radio triangulation. Let's take a look at this map. We'll station a man here, here, and here.
That's all of them. Open the boxes. Don't stand there staring. Open them.
All set. Check on the triangulation stations.
All set here. Report.
Ready, 1.
Ready, 2.
Ready, 3.
All set, Steve. Go ahead.
Now.
Now.
Jaffa. Calling Dr. Jaffa. Answer, Dr. Jaffa.
Stephen Cole. Steve, this is Joyce.
Joyce! Joyce! Answer, Joyce.
Got it, man?
Got it. First station bearing, azimuth 47.
Second station bearing, azimuth 102. Third station bearing, azimuth 268.
Black Widow's hideout's at the center of that small triangle. It's about 150 feet north of that corner. Have the police surround the area. I'll meet them there.
Right.
Here you are. Here's your card. Send 25 cents and get a beautiful picture. A beautiful picture. Yes, sir. All right. Here's your card.
Yes, Blinky?
2 carloads of cops just closed off the block.
Watch them. She was informed of their actions.
Right.
Is the rocket complete?
Yes, Master. It's in perfect condition.
All right, dismantle it. Quick, there is but little time.
How are you going to get this by those cops?
The same way I get by them.
You mean through that gadget?
Exactly.
If my calculations are correct, it should be the 3rd or 4th building down the street. That's either the Royal Cafe or Madame Sombra's. That's it. She must be the Black Widow. All right, Inspector, we'll close in. Tell your men to converge on Sombra's place. It's the one where that photographer... That's strange. That photographer always in front of Sombra's place. Wait here a minute.
Colt's heading this way.
We need another 10 minutes, Sombra. You must delay Cold.
Wait a minute, miss. If you want your picture...
Now, never mind that. Why are you always in front of this building?
I don't see why that's any of your business.
Well, make it my business.
Oh, you're weird.
Uh-huh. A 2-way radio, huh? Come on. It's just as I thought. He's the Black Widow's lookout man.
Not so good.
Oh, he's probably already told her we're here. That means Joyce is really in danger. If we move in force, they might kill her. I'll go in alone. If there's any trouble, I'll fire a shot.
It's a good idea.
How do you do, Mr. Colt?
Where's Joyce Winters?
Won't you sit down? We're both at a disadvantage, Mr. Colt. You have me, but I have Joyce Winters. Perhaps we can make an exchange.
Meaning what?
My freedom for her life.
You know, I could fire this gun and call in the police.
No, Mr. Colt. It wouldn't work. The rooms are soundproof. Joyce Winters would be dead before anyone could reach her. Cigarette?
No, thanks.
It is a delicate situation, Mr. Colt.
To save the rocket, but I can still escape.
You're not gonna leave me here.
We can't both go. Only one can be transported at a time.
Very well. Then send me first.
I guess this is the end.
Oh, Steve, you were wonderful. The entire Black Widow gang completely washed up.
How'd it work?
Oh, I don't know, but it was undoubtedly the most fantastic demonstration of scientific phenomena I've ever witnessed.
Say that again.
I can't. But what a story. I'm going to go phone it in.
Go ahead, Joyce. You deserve a scoop. I'm glad it's over. I've had enough excitement to last me the rest of my life. Now I'm going to relax for a month and then write a book about...
Hello, Mr. Walker. This is Joyce Winters, your star reporter calling. Well, I'm fine. What? In Miami? Swell. Get my reservation. Right away.
Where are you going?
To Florida. Hitler's reported hiding in the Everglades, and I'm going to cover it.
Hey! Wait for me! I'm coming too!